Hello everyone, my name is Abby Bliss White and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to do a get ready with me. I am going to be using all of my 2020 standout products of the past year. Now, this is a little bit difficult. I literally could have done probably 3 or 4 of these videos, but I basically put together my most used and reached for products of 2020, the standout products that I just fell in love with and that I will continue to use as we move into 2021. So if you were interested in seeing how I created this look using my favorites of 2020, then let's go ahead and get started. Okay, before we get started, I just wanted to give you guys a huge thank you for all your support this past year. This has been a bit of a crazy year, and if it wasn't for you guys, I literally don't know if I would have gotten through. Like, YouTube really kept me sane this past year. All of your friendship and support this past year has meant the world to me, and I just wanted to say thank you so much, you guys. I think we all kind of stuck together. This was a global pandemic, and so we could all kind of connect and relate and kind of stick together. And I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I truly mean this when I say this, but you guys, I don't know if I would have gotten through this year without you. So thank you for being here. Thank you for all your support, for all your kind comments, for your humor, for your beauty recommendations, for everything. You guys are the ones that make my channel special. I just love the beauty community that we have created, the friendships that I have created beyond YouTube with many of you. So I just want to take a quick moment to say thank you. I just love you guys, and I'm looking forward to a fantastic 2021. I'm going to stay positive that it's got to be a better year. So let's go ahead and dive in. Okay guys, we are going to try to do a quick get ready with me using as many of my 2020 favorites as possible. So yes, there was a lot of fantastic makeup launched this past year. Thank the Lord for makeup. So of course there's going to be a few products that might have an honorable mention or just kind of tied with it, and I'll go ahead and mention those throughout the video as well. But let's go ahead and put some makeup on this face. So today I'm going to start with a primer. And in general, you guys, I'm not a huge primer girl. I don't always put it on every day, but I did fall in love and I have been using this Chantecaille. This is the Radiance Elixir, and this is basically skincare in a bottle. You can use this at night, like use it as part of a serum, and that's what I have been doing. But I do like to use a few drops of this beautiful milky concoction. So this is what it looks like, and this is just going to give me some extra hydration as well as that lovely kind of glow. So I just love to, oftentimes I will kind of put this on before you guys even see me. I use it as skincare in videos, so I will already have kind of a little bit of a glow going on because I use this as part of my skincare. Wanted to point this out today. I also love to mix it into foundations or just use it like I am today, kind of like a traditional kind of primer. So I'm just going to show you. It's going to give my skin a little bit of a glow, but this stuff is amazing. I really love it. And again, this is skincare, so you can use this just as a serum, and that's kind of mostly how I've been using it. So a little shout out, Chantecaille Radiance Elixir, beautiful little combo. Okay, then for foundation, I had several that I sort of reached for this past year. So I think I will do a top 5 favorite 2020 foundations for you, but today the one that I probably have used the most, and it won't come as a surprise to you, is the Clé de Peau. This is their Radiant Fluid Matte Foundation, and I think the reason I love this so much is that I would have passed on this because of the word matte. I have dry skin, 52 years old. That's not the kind of look I'm going for, but I found that this has beautiful coverage. It is not matte. I feel like it really does have a radiant kind of velvet finish, and I also find that about half a pump is all I need. It's going to give me a nice solid medium coverage. So this is probably why I like this. It's just going to kind of transform my skin, and this is what I'm going to be using today. So again, you guys, about half a pump is what I find that I need. This is the color 020. And again, you guys, I love it so much. I actually have it in B20 as well. I have found that 020 tends to be just a little bit more neutral for me. So I'm finding my skin to be a little bit red, and this is probably already a little bit much. So I'm going to put this amount on. Another favorite of 2020 was from Rare Beauty. This is Selena Gomez's line, and I love her foundation brush. So it's just fantastic. This is kind of bumped out my other favorite from last year, which was the IT Cosmetics Heavenly Complexion Brush. You still see me use those all the time. I have 4 of those. That's how much I love them, and I will just kind of rotate through them. But this one is fantastic. I love the design of how it just kind of goes directly underneath the eye, kind of curves the skin, and yep, I did it again. I put a little bit too much of the foundation. You do not need a lot, but don't worry, we'll blend everything in. But a little goes a long way. So although that Clé de Peau foundation is pricey, you only need a little. So it's going to be worth, so to me it is worth the money. Here is the finish of that Clé de Peau. And again, I did use that Radiance Elixir, but even on its own, it is kind of like a little lit from within. So if I had to pick one foundation, God forbid, that would be the one that I would pick from this past year as a standout for me of 2020. Okay, concealers. As many of you know, I'm a huge fan and believer in the Chanel. This is the Le Correcteur in Rose. And I often just use this just to kind of brighten up in these little dark hollows and basically fake that I have had 8 hours of sleep. As far as a traditional kind of concealer, you guys, I am in love with CHANTECAILLE. This is the Le Camouflage STYLO. I have this in shade 2, and I love this little pen. So today I actually got some sleep, so I'm actually just going to use this today. And thank you guys for all the well wishes. Both dogs are alive and on the mend. So fingers crossed, this is the first day that they have slept through the night, and we're hoping that they are getting better. So I'm just going to use this concealer. And again, you guys, this was not launched in 2020. Neither one of these were launched in 2020. These are just my personal absolute favorites that I grab the most as far as concealers. So favorite contour is going to be Westman Atelier. This is the contour. I'm literally down. This is it, guys. This is it here. I need to order another one, but if I'm going to contour, I'm going to be using Westman Atelier. This is their contour trace stick in Biscuit, and I just love this. So I was debating between pulling out my Chanel kind of the La Beige Healthy Glow Bronzing Cream, because I often use that as well, kind of as a little contour or just to warm up the skin. But this is just like my favorite ultimate little stick. So I'm going to use this today, and we'll blend that in. Okay, powders. As many of you know, not a huge powder fan, but I actually own a lot. On the day-to-day, the one I use the most is my Sisley. This is the loose powder here, and I have it in the Rose Orient. So this is what I would say I use to set my makeup and most used loose powder. I do want to give a shout out for the Gucci. This is their powder that was launched on Selfridges. So I usually don't like to share things that are hard to get, but this is another one as far as a compact that I actually used a lot. So I really enjoy this, and I'm pretty sure that this is coming to the States since they did just launch that new foundation, which is on its way to me. So just wanted to mention those are the kind of two kind of more of these powders that I would consider setting. I love my hourglass kind of ambient lighting powders to finish everything off, but today we're going to do traditional, kind of setting powder, and just show you I'm using Sisley. So I just use a tad, you guys. Again, I have dry skin, don't always feel the need to powder down, especially with this foundation. So I'm just taking a little bit of this and going to rub it through, going to just kind of lock in that cream contour. Okay, favorite kind of powder bronzers. I'm going to mention two because I grab these the most. I love my Chantecaille Real Bronze. I have it in both colors that they have. I have it in both colors, and basically kind of my go-to standard bronzer. This was not launched in 2020. I believe it was the previous year, but those are kind of my go-to. But for one that was launched in 2020, I love this Gucci Soleil bronzer. I have it in shade 2, and I just think this is fantastic. So this would be one of the other ones that I reach for the most as far as a traditional kind of bronzer. So we are going to give myself a little bit of a tan. Okay, for blush, I do want to give a shout out to the WESTMAN Atelier, the Baby Cheeks. You guys, I love all of these blushes. I think they are amazing. I just picked up the holiday box, which unfortunately is sold out, and I'm so in love with the shade Mimi, which is sort of a nude caramel color. It is sold out, so I'm not going to be using that today, but any of their Baby Cheeks cream kind of blushes are amazing. I highly recommend them. For a powder blush, I'm going to have to go with Chanel, and the new one for me this year was Rose Bronze. Now this one is in sort of a limited edition case that has the red CCs, and they still have that online at chanel.com, but they also sell Rose Bronze as a permanent part of their collection for a good reason. It is the perfect kind of rosy bronze kind of blush, just what you would expect. So I'm going to just put a little bit of that on. We're going to be putting on lots of makeup today, so I love Chanel blushes. I think they're fantastic. They have beautiful colors, and I particularly think Rose Bronze is a fantastic kind of all-over neutral blush. Okay, we've got a lot of complexion going on. We need to focus on putting on my eyeballs, and this was a little bit hard for me, but you guys are probably going to guess. If I had to pick one of the best launches of 2020, that would have been from Dior. And Dior came out with a new formula from their QUINTS, and I just fell in love with them. So today, if I'm going to have to pick one from that collection, I'm actually going to pick Jungle. Now this has been a more recent purchase for me. I have, you guys, I own 6 of them and I love them. I don't think you can go wrong with any of them. And I'm going to be using Jungle today. This has this deep kind of forest green, which I wanted to give a shout out to you guys because you got me kind of playing with more color this past year and really embracing kind of greens and such. I just think this is so pretty. The formulation of these is buttery. It creates really easy eye looks, especially for someone who is not like a professional makeup artist. You can get a super beautiful look using these, and you don't have to use all 5 shades at once. But Dior's launch with these new QUINTS made me kind of have a new appreciation for that brand. I've just been really loving many things that I've been picking up from them. Today I'm going to do a quick little look using Jungle, but I do want to give a shout out for best sort of cream shadow. These did not launch this past year, they're just new to me, but I'm in love with the Chantecaille Mermaid shadows. I bought 2 of them. I love Triton and I love Hematite, but those have been new to me that I just love because on the day-to-day I tend to just wear like a little slick of a single shadow and then put on eyeliner. So if I'm not filming, I'm not always wearing that kind of more glam look. I also still love Chantecaille. These are the luminescent single eyeshadows. Again, I wear these a lot. I own all of them now, and I just want to give them a shout out because again, when I'm not filming, I am probably most likely wearing one of these singles with a little bit of eyeliner, just for a simple day-to-day look. So I love those, and the 2 new ones that they came out with were Zebra and Crane. And you guys, Crane is this sort of deep sparkling almost like burgundy shade, and this one looks so pretty on hazel eyes. I bet it looks great on many people's eyes, but I fell in love with this and I wasn't sure. I was like, ooh, that's gonna look bad. I love this one, so this is a winner. I love both of these new ones, so want to give a shout out to that. And then I also love Victoria Beckham. These are her lid lusters. She came out with Tea Rose and Honey. Again, you guys, if you just met me on the street day to day, you would probably see me just with one of these on with a little bit of eyeliner and mascara, and that would be kind of my go-to look. But for today, I am going to create a real simple look using this beautiful Jungle Quint. I think this one is outstanding. Next is eyeliner, and I'm going to have to give a shout out to 2 of my favorites. They won't come as a surprise, but my 2 favorites are still Chanel. These are the STYLO U waterproof eyeliners. These I think are the best for more mature eyes. They stay on, they have fantastic colors, and I would say this year, last year was Purple Chalk was like my ultimate favorite, still is. This year I'm probably going to go with Brune Agape. I just love that. I repurchased several, and for a kind of blue kind of look, I love Marine. I have many of my favorites. Cassis is another one, but love my STYLO U's. And then I also love Chantecaille. These are the Luster Glide Silk Infused eyeliners. My ultimate favorite is Slate. I use that almost every single day. It's down to the nub, and I need to order another one. And I did just pick up Black Forest, which all of you told me I needed, and this is like my new favorite. This is the shade Black Forest, and this has become something that I use pretty much daily, almost in exchange for slate. It is a beautiful kind of forest green, but it almost leans with a little touch of blue in it, which I personally feel like brightens up my hazel eyes. So Black Forest needs to get a shout out. This is just gorgeous, and we're going to use this one today. Okay, favorite eyebrow pencil as well as mascara. I tend to do both of these off camera because I spend a bit of time. My daughter usually does my eyebrows, and our go-to is from Benefit. It is the Precisely My Brow Pencil, specifically in shade 3.5, seems to be the best shade ever. So that's my favorite for 2020 as far as an eyebrow product, and then along with a little bit of the clear Anastasia gel. And then for mascara, I'm afraid I'm very boring. My go-to holy grail mascara is Chantecaille. This is the Faux Cils Longest Lash Mascara. I totally believe in the benefits of it growing my eyelashes. I love the brush on this one, and it is just basically my go-to. I always have backups because I tend to buy this when there's like a mascara madness at Nordstrom. I already have like 2 backups that I have not even opened yet. One thing I will tell you as far as mascara, this lasts a long time for me, more than 3 months. I don't know if it's just myself, but these tubes last me a little bit longer than like my drugstore where I'll just go whip through it in a month. I swear I eke these out about 3 months. It might be because I get a lot of product on the brush and I don't need to use as much. So love my Chantecaille. I will give a shout out to the Gucci mascara. I did pick that up and I really do like that for lengthening of the lashes. That one is another good one that I tried this year, but as an overall holy grail, this one is still my favorite. So I'm going to go put on the rest of my eyeballs and I'll be right back and we'll finish off with the rest of my favorites from 2020. Okay, we have eyes on. We'll do a quick little highlight, and that is not something that I wear all the time. I'm going to have to give a shout out to Westman Atelier, and this is something that came in my holiday box, but I have the other one that's available, and this is in Lit, and the new one that she came out with is in Nectar, and I just love this kind of glossy kind of highlight. Another one that I love and use all the time is from Chanel. This is the Balm Essential, and this one is in Sculpt. I also have it in the rosé color, the golden light shade as well. So these are what I tend to prefer versus a powder kind of highlighter. I'm going to use a little bit of Nectar today, but basically this is where I'll just put a little bit on the top of my cheekbones here and just give myself a little bit of a glow. Okay, lip products, as I've said, we could be here all day, so I'm going to just whip through some of my standouts. I love Victoria Beckham, her lip definers. I love it in shade 1 and 2 and 3, so I love those. Lisa Eldridge's lip liners are amazing, you guys. I got 2 of her lip kits, and the standout products from them were her lip liners. They're waterproof. The colors are fantastic, so I can just wear it like lipstick. Today I'm going to put on my favorite nude combo of 2020, and that is Victoria Beckham's little lip definer in 2, along with Pixie in her Posh lipsticks. So I would have to say best launch from 2020. I love these Victoria Beckham Posh lipsticks, right up my alley. I also love the Chantecaille lip veils. Those were a past favorite, but the new shades that they launched this fall were just so gorgeous. I love Acacia, I love Tamarind, and I love the Plumeria. So all three of those were like standouts that I carry these around in my purse that I use. And then last but not least, I just picked up the Chanel Allure Lip Lacs. You guys, these are so fantastic. I'm in love with this formula. And then Chanel lip products in general are one of my favorites. I love their just a classic Rouge Cocoa moisturizing lip sticks, as well as their Rouge Cocoa flashes. So again, those are just kind of my go-to kind of lippies, but let's put on my favorite nude combo. Then I'm going to put on Pixie. And this is my go-to nude combo of 2020. And I've had so much fun playing with a little bit bolder colors. And I want to give a shout out to the new Le Lion. This is a Rouge Allure Velvet. This is in 257, and it is this gorgeous kind of fun raspberry red, and I just love it, you guys. It totally brightens up your complexion. It is so gorgeous, and this has been kind of a favorite that I've been playing with, so wanted to give a quick shout out to this lippy. Okay, then we're going to finish off with my little glow maker, and this is the Sisley bronzer right here, along with the La Mer fluffy brush. This little tip that I learned in 2020 from Jenny. This is how she finishes off her makeup every day, and I have done the same because I absolutely love the way it gives me a natural little glow. It also sort of just takes away any of the edges on my makeup. So this is how I finish off my makeup every day, is just a little bit of this little glow maker. This is how I finish off my makeup every single day, especially on the weekends when I'm not wearing a lot of makeup. I will even just use whatever's on this brush here and kind of put that on, give myself a little fresh glow, and then I always end with a little spritz of my favorite rose water, and this is from Chantecaille. This is the Rose de May Pure Rose Water, and we're doing a fun giveaway right now. We are giving away a Chantecaille Rose Elixir along with the rose water. One of the tricks to give you an even glowier look is to take a drop of your elixir, you put it in your rose water, and then we'll spritz it on, and you shall see it's going to give me a little extra unicorn glow. And we're going to finish with fragrance of the day. And as you can imagine, there is no way I could pick just one single perfume. But what I did do is I picked out one brand that has been a new discovery of 2020 for me that I just fell in love with hard. And that is BDK Parfums. And you guys, I went a little bit crazy and nuts for this brand. So I'm just going to quickly run through the ones that I own, and we'll pick one of these today. I love Passoir. This is a kind of a fruity floral that I just have fallen in love with. Then we've got Rouge Smoking. This is a gorgeous gourmand for those of you that love those kind of delicious, kind of scrumptious scents. This one is totally worth checking out. Gris Charnel is just your cozy cashmere sweater. This one is just classy. It's got a little bit of tea in here. It's a beauty. This one is just a beauty. It is getting a lot of hype for good reason. Then we've got Tuberose Imperial. And this is sort of a softer, smoother version of what I would say Frederic Mall's Carnal Flowers. It's a little bit less animalic and just a gorgeous scent. Then we've got Creme de Cure. This is this kind of soft, kind of suede, very soft leather scent. Just very, this is class in a bottle. just absolutely gorgeous. And I think we're gonna wear that one today, so I'm gonna just put a little spritz on. Now, yes, I did buy this for my husband for Christmas, but he shares, and I love this just as much as he does. Okay guys, that is a full face of my 2020 favorites. Yep, I could do a whole other video with a whole other set of favorites, but these are tried and true, most reached for products of 2020. And as always, I just wanted to say again, thank you for you guys being here and supporting me this past year. It's really helped me get through this past crazy year, and I'm wishing everyone a healthy and safe arrival to 2021. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll be back with another video soon.